welcome to my channel. I'm very happy to welcome you all once again to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the questions and I'm going to provide the answers. Uh, so let's start the video. Before I start, I would request you to subscribe to my channel if you have not done it. Please click on the like button if you like my videos. Also, don't forget to click on the bell notification as soon as I post a new video, which will reach your inbox for any updates. Okay, let me go into the question and answer session. Before going to the question and answer, I would like to discuss today's market. Today market was very volatile. As I said in the previous video, you cannot predict the market. It will be very volatile. There will be gap down. So as I said, market was gap down, and all the gap down was bought into, and I asked not to have any trade after 2 p.m. That is what happened today. After 2 p.m. the market rallied around 455 points of Sensex and 150 points of Nifty. Those who had shorts would have lost a lot of money. That's why I said in this volatile market you should close the positions by 2 p.m. Whatever it may be, whatever the loss or profit, you should have closed the positions. Otherwise you'll burn your fingers. So this is my advice, strong advice to the traders. Never hold positions beyond 2 p.m. in the volatile market. Okay, coming to the question and answer. Today I'm going to discuss two important questions, maybe three. So how do I pick up the best stocks? That is my first question. So in the context of three different scenarios, one is intraday trading, one is short term, medium term and the long term. So let me discuss the intraday. For intraday there are three strategies. Open and I are the same. Open is less than the previous market price, then I will short sell first thing in the morning around 9:18. I have to quickly understand which are stocks where the open price is greater than the previous, less than the previous close, and open equal to high. Then I'll go and short sell for a very limited profit margin. So why I'm saying is, not all stocks will go deep. After 9:30 there will be always a rebound. So when the rebound might be very steep also. So there will be a U-curve recovery. So at that time it will breach the high price and the open price. Those who had the stop loss open +2 or I +2 would have incurred a huge loss. So it's always better to have a strict stop loss. So current market price into 1%, and the profit range is current market price into 2%. That is the way you have to play open high for short sell. If it is open equal to low and the open price is greater than the previous close price, it's a buy. It's a clear buy. Then for all buys you can hold it more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes, because there will always be a positive buys all through the day. It's a buy on dip. So for buying it's always better to buy on dip. So you should buy near the support. After it reaches the open equal to low, after the first trade is over, you can close the position and then wait for it to dip to the support range. There you can buy few more and close it near the open position, open price. So this is the second strategy. Third strategy is, if the RSI is greater than 70 and it is near the resistance zone, then you should short sell for a small target price, 1% of the current market price. The stop loss would be resistance plus 1 rupee, resistance plus 2 rupees. So that is the strategy. You can make quick profit of 3 to 4 rupees. So that is the best strategy for intraday. For short term investment, how will I choose is, I'll take the moving average price. Moving average price of 1 month and 2 months. My strategy would be, I'll wait for the current market price to come near the 30-day moving average lowest price. So I'll take the which is the lowest price in the 30-day moving average. So if the 30-day moving average is for example Canara Bank, which is 118 for the month. So if it comes near that 118, say 107, 119 or 116, I'll buy one lot of say 25 stock or 50 stocks. Okay. If it dips beyond the 30-day moving average, goes to the middle point of that is 30-day moving average and the 60-day moving average. So it comes to center point. So it comes to 103 rupees. For example, 60-day moving average price lower end is 90 rupees. So median point is 102 rupees. So I'll buy some more numbers there, 50 shares. So if it goes below the median point and goes near the 60-day moving average price, a 60-day moving average price is 90. So if it comes to 92, I'll buy another 50. So I'll have 150 shares for the average price of 104. So what I'll do, I'll wait till it goes to 135 and I'll close the positions when it comes to 135. This is the short term trading, short term investment. We call it investment or trading. Okay. So for medium term trend is 3 years. Normally for medium term means 2 to 3 years. For how I'll take the last six quarters performance. So I have to see the EBITDA is increasing considerably. EPS is increasing considerably in the last 4 quarters. So it is showing a graph like this. Okay, so EPS is good, tick mark. EBITDA is good, tick mark. It has increased from previous quarter. So last 4 quarters it has been on this rise. So the profit margin is increasing like this, and the debts is coming down. So okay, all these 4 parameters is healthy for the company. Okay, what I'll do, the same way I'll buy small numbers. Every month I'll choose a stock. I'll buy if it is the range between 100 to 200, I'll buy 5 shares every month. Okay, for considerably every dip I'll buy 5 shares. If the stock price is more than 2000 rupees, I'll buy one stock or two stocks every month, every dips. So I'll keep on accumulating on the lower levels, and I will sell when then the one of the quarter in the next 2 years as a bad performance. At that time I'll book the profit and exit. I'll not wait for the full 3 years. If any of the quarter within the 3 years is bad, then I'll sell the stock. I will not wait till 3 years. There is no rule that you should hold up to 3 years if it is a medium term. No. After 1 year, after 1.5 years, you have good profit, and on that quarter, the performance, the profit has come down, debts has increased, EPS has reduced, then sell it. Don't hold it beyond that. Till it improves the EPS in the next quarter, then buy it again. Till that, don't enter that stock. This is how you have to choose a stock. Now we'll see long term. Long term is same as the medium term. You have to take the value of the stock, market cap, whether it's a mid cap, small cap or large cap. It's always better to go on a large cap for longer term. For mid cap or small cap for the medium term. If it is intraday is a liquid based stocks like ZTV, Adani. These are all high volume stocks. You have to go for high volume stocks. For medium term, it should always be mid cap or small cap. For longer term, 5 years means you have to go for a nifty quality stocks, blue chip stocks, TCS, Bajaj Finance, Infosys. We have a lot of stocks, Eicher Motors. These are all top valued stocks. Siemens stock, ACC, Ambuja, IOC, BPCL. BPCL also I'll go for a medium term. I'll not buy for longer term. So L&T, these are all the value stocks. So also I'll combine this with another question. What are the best stocks to invest in 2029 or 21? Whatever the stocks which I listed now for longer term, I will say Bajaj Finance is the top stock. Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv, Reliance, IOC, Glenmark, Sun Pharma, Lupin, all pharma stocks you can close your eyes and buy for 2021 without any hesitation. Every dip you make sure that you buy pharma stock. Every dip you buy one bank stock, every dip you buy one NBFC, every dip you buy Reliance, every dip you buy Canara Bank in PSU sector or SBI. So you have 5 sectors or 5 stock, one Reliance, one Bajaj Finance, one tech stock of the TCS or Infosys. You can go for Infosys. You can buy IOC or what is it, ONGC. ONGC are a good dividend payers, so you can buy ONGC on every dip. You can start accumulating and you can sell after the dividend is issued. So these are the stocks I will choose for 2021. So hope I answered 2 questions. Okay, let me answer one more question. What are the 5 top penny stocks to buy in? See, I'm not interested in penny stocks. Why I say they're all beaten down because of bad performance. One thing you have to understand is all these penny stocks are in huge debts. When you buy something in huge debts, what will happen? I will say it's not a good idea to buy any penny stocks. It's a short term. Say, for example, I'll say Vodafone. Vodafone comes to 5 rupees, you buy some numbers. Sell it when it comes to 14 rupees. That is what you can do. Beyond that, nothing is going to come for a long term. Unless otherwise they reduce the debt in the 3 consecutive years, 3 consecutive quarters, then you can consider. But when the financial shows their debts are still increasing and they are paying huge interest, don't go into the stock and invest. Don't burn your fingers. So whenever it goes up, all the people who is holding a huge positions with a higher price, they will sell it on they'll sell it, they'll close the position. So the market price will never go beyond certain price. So that is why I'm saying don't go for penny stocks, invest in value stocks. So never buy penny stocks for longer term. Even if you get some unauthorized SMS, it's a multi-bagger, all those keywords they use, but don't fall into trap. So these are the questions which I want to answer, and I hope I have answered your questions. Till I answer the next 3 questions tomorrow, it's goodbye from Sridhar. Thank you for watching my video.